Good morning. Today I have the privilege of talking with Amanda Pirkowski, who is a current member of the Notre Dame fencing team. We're so excited to have her in the studio.
Excited to be here.
To share her experience on campus as a fencer. So Amanda, we're so excited. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm Amanda Pirkowski. I'm a freshman and I'm in Ryan Hall, 18 years old, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
So you just covered where you're from, but can you tell us a little bit of how you got involved with fencing and how you led you to Notre Dame?
Yeah, so it's actually pretty funny. I was a dancer in high school and I kind of wanted some more individual sport. Like I love doing dance team, but I wanted to have an opportunity to go to the Olympics. So when watching, I was really interested in pole vaulting or fencing, which not really the interest of most people, but they caught my attention. My mom was like, I don't know about you flying over poles.
Right.
So she's like, we're gonna find a fencing place. And there was actually a place like 20 minutes away from my house. Started it, loved it. I was like, I get to stab guys. This is like mental chess. Absolutely just loved it.
That's so fascinating. So going off that, what does your day-to-day look like here as a Notre Dame fencer?
Yeah, so in our off season, we actually start really early in the mornings, like 6 a.m., sometimes even 5:30 practice. We run like 45 minutes, which I've never been a long distance runner, so this was definitely new for me, but it was nice to go around the lakes early morning, beautiful sunrise. But then now in season, we don't have these early morning practices, and it's usually from 4 to 6:30 and with private lessons somewhere squeezed in there during your week, so.
Wow. So what's one thing that you think the average Notre Dame student doesn't know about fencing that you would want them to know?
Well, there's 3 weapons. There's foil, epee, and saber. So I fence epee. It's a full body target, so you can hit the face or the foot, and it's all 1 point.
Okay.
And saber, you hit with the side of the blade. It's kind of like the cavalry.
Okay, gotcha.
Like on the horses.
Oh, nice, nice,
yeah,
nice.
And then foil, there's this thing called right-of-way, which is more complicated to understand, but certain ways to hit the blade that give you the right-of-way, and then you only hit the chest. So just like different target areas and different forms of weapons for each blade, and our school does all 3 for men and women.
That's so fascinating. I had no idea there's so many like different subcategories of fencing. That's really fascinating. So I guess, was there anything about the fencing program here at Notre Dame that made you compelled to come here? Was there anything about or the campus or just the culture of the community here that you really brought you to Notre Dame?
It really just, Notre Dame had it all. Like they had a top-rated fencing team. Like we were 10-time national championships before I last, now we're 11. Super exciting. Just academically, they had what I wanted, business and also film. Loving the classes here. Also just great campus culture, and the coaches really made an impression on me on my official visit. I just felt like I would belong here, and I'm just loving it now.
Oh, we love to hear that. We love to hear that. So, going off of that, if you had to pick one experience from your time here so far that really encapsulates your experience, or one moment where you're like, oh, I love this school, I love this program, what would you pick?
I would have to say, like, last weekend, karaoke on the bus back from winning NCAA championships. It's just been such a stressful semester, and we were all able to let loose and just have fun as a team, bond over this victory that we had worked so hard for all year long, and it was just really fun. Freshmen started with karaoke, and then we had our seniors, which got a little more sentimental, but just a great way to cap off an amazing season.
That sounds so fun. I have to ask, what did you sing?
I actually sang "Buy Me a Boat," very country song.
Okay. We love to see it. We love some country.
It was
in there.
fun.
That sounds fantastic. So, going off that, obviously this year has caused a lot of complications and altered plans because of COVID-19. What effect, if any, did the pandemic have on your experience as a student athlete?
Definitely a different experience this year. Usually, I'm also on the U.S. team, so we travel like 2 times per month at least internationally to tournaments. And with COVID, of course, we're not going to have people from a bunch of different countries all coming together for a tournament. But actually, this was nice because it allowed me to transition well into Notre Dame, so I wasn't leaving all the time. Like when I was first here, I really got to experience campus culture, learn the way, learn the ropes, so that was nice. Also, our season usually starts in October, but this year it didn't start till January because of COVID.
Okay.
So definitely a lot of differences, but all worked out in the end. Oh, and our ACC championships got canceled for us due to COVID because we had a high outbreak on the team. So it was really nice for us to come back and pull that NCAA win, but that was crazy.
Kind of victory, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's amazing. So Amanda, I have to ask, when you aren't fencing, what other extracurriculars are you involved in?
Yes. Well, I'm on NDTV as great, guys. And I just joined the Scene Society with you,
Right. Yes.
which is really great. I also like to stay active in Hall Council.
Okay.
And yeah, that pretty much takes up most of my time, but I enjoy just relaxing on campus and just all the wonderful student activities that the campus offers.
Well, that's fantastic. And so finally, I have to ask, what does the future hold for your fencing career?
Well, hopefully the goal is 2024, 2028 Olympics. So, and then from that I want to do some sportscasting or law. So we'll see how this all ends up, but you know, that's where we're at right now. High aspirations, work hard and see what happens. So.
Well, I have no doubt you're going to go high places, but it's been really great talking to you, Amanda. Thank you so much for talking with me, and we'll see you on the next episode of Good ND Sunrise.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, thank you.